Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU. That was a pretty lame intro from me. Anyway, it's part 3 of this weird game that we're doing and we have some prowlers to kill. So how about we just kind of fight them, but it's actually it's gonna be a stomp. Those are old prowlers. My fleet should have no problem destroying them, and I did indeed. Completed a bunch of quests while doing so, and now I have more titanium than I know what to do with, and even more people to kill. Wonderful! Even more stuff for me, I'm not gonna say no to that. So, anyway, is there anything that I should mention at the start of this video? Yes, as you may have noticed, the UI looks slightly different. Now, it's not because anything happened with the game per se. Also, where did the Vodiani go? I guess they run away as soon as I loaded the game. Anyway, UI may look slightly different in your eyes. Well, indeed it does, for the very simple reason that I'm actually not playing on the same at the same resolution as I'm uploading the video, which I realized finally, which took me a bit too long, that well, even though technically speaking I'm downscaling from the same aspect ratio to the same aspect ratio, there might still be some problems, especially with the size of UI and whatnot, right? Or rather, not necessarily the size per se, but the proportion of the UI. Yes, I'm sure I can retreat. Thank you very much, game. So, I think last videos may have looked a little bit odd for you, maybe a bit hard to see, but I think it was acceptable. At least I haven't seen anything that seemed too weird. But I may be wrong. I don't know. I think it's okay. I hope it's okay at the very least. If it's not, then I guess you already shouted at me. Either way, I don't know yet because I have uploaded those videos at YouTube already, but I haven't published them yet because I want to publish them only after I'm certain that I can indeed deliver the end of this little campaign. So there's that. I have nothing else to say, and I can already see that for sure I cannot finish recording this series in over the course of a single weekend, judging by the fact that the weekend is about to end. Also, that's a pretty big fleet. Huh. Interesting. It looks like the United Empire is actually trying to, you know, put up a fight, which is unexpected. Also, I just gained Kuma, which is yet another system with pilgrims. I wish I could just murder them. Sadly, I cannot. Anyway, sustainable farms. Well, at least it has something on it, I suppose. It also gives me more titanium, so I'm not gonna be running out of that anytime soon. So I'm just gonna get drone network, cerebral reality, all the good usual stuff. In fact, let's go for a industrial infrastructure first. And let's see. I'm about to start having Libra, or however you want to call it, as a colonized world. So I would like to split my fleet. Since the Vodiani actually ran away from trying to kidnap population on Ziteria and Libra, I'll just split my forces up and have them orbit so that the Save Skies bill, which I enacted in the last video, will go through. And now, I mean, I could retreat. There is no reason not to retreat, except for the fact that my hero would be down to 1 HP again, which doesn't really matter. But I kind of want to see how badly my fleet does, or rather how well the enemy fleet does. And look, are they using missiles or... yeah, no, those are not missiles, certainly not. Those are lasers, because same efficiency at medium and long range, and minimal efficiency at close range. So, in a mirror matchup like this, with my fleet half dead and half dead, in more ways than one, apparently, I'm just simply gonna die. But I wanna watch it die, I wanna see how it happens, because I'm a sick perverted bastard who apparently enjoys watching the suffering of his own people. In fact, I would say that my people... Actually, are the other United Empire people also my people? I guess not, because they're from a different nation? Or race, maybe, even? I don't know how United Empire operates. How on earth did we manage to get two commodes and actually the same kind of empire? That's very unlikely. I guess it's one of us is a colony and we have a dispute as to who's the colony and who's the good guy. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, what was it that I meant to say? There was something interesting I wanted to mention, but I don't quite remember what it was. It was mildly amusing, but not too amusing. That would be an overstatement certainly. But as for the battle, however, when we are about to talk about some more important stuff, well, the enemy just crashed us. Although we did deal an okay amount of damage, almost destroyed the ship, which isn't that bad, I suppose. Looks like our fleets are just straight up comparable. I lost a hero. I could revive him. I have a lot of dust. I don't know if I care enough. He failed me, so I don't think he deserves to be revived. Also, let's retrofit. I have a lot of money and a lot of titanium, and I have a battleship now, which is kind of cool, I would say. It's really cool indeed. I'm gonna make a new battleship at Miragashi soon, so let's head my way over there. I should have killed... Oh no, this guy hasn't arrived yet, so there was no reason to kill him. Or no way to kill him, rather. Also, this corvette... Oh, we were supposed to match with my big fleet. Although this fleet is about to get them... No, it still should have gotten the corvette. Alright, I'll go back. Also, Esther now no longer has the safe scans view activated because I just moved out everybody away from this system. So let's make a quick patrol ship, just real quick, so that I can get a safe scans bill. And now what else? I noticed that my manpower is plummeting down. No wonder, we are making a lot of ships, but I have for that reason made Ziterbia give us an exotic rations, and I think I'm gonna make it do the same thing again, just so we can get a bit more manpower over the Empire. Actually, Orion could do the same thing. Yeah, in fact, last time I did it, I actually killed off a Craver and got myself a Caligos, which actually is not good because on the Bleeding Worlds you really just want a Craver. Still, I have a bit more versatility now because if I lose a Caligos, I have one in as a backup. So it's all gonna be good, and I get myself some more soldiers, which are kind of important. Now, what on earth is this fleet supposed to be? Oh, those are the reinforcements. Right, I might actually just straight up conquer the enemy. So let's see how this goes. Let's watch it. We're gonna go for preemptive bombing. Infiltration would ensure that I lose less soldiers, but the enemy is gonna have quite a few, I assume. So let's see how well I do if I bomb the enemy first. So they're just gonna go for protect system, which is kind of a ballsy play by them, especially since I'm supposed to have better infantry than the enemy, because if you remember, I did actually buff it, and I could buff it again. I have a lot of resources now that I think about it. I probably could do that. Oh no, actually I think the next buff is only giving me bonuses against air forces, which the enemy is not using anyway. They're not even using armor yet, which shows just how crappy they are with science and just overall with their lives. Still, though, the Hisho, they definitely hold their ground. It looks like I'm not gonna be able to finish them off, not in the slightest. I dealt a lot of damage, sure, but they're gonna still stay on the system, and yeah, and my ships that are orbiting it right now are probably gonna get destroyed. So yeah, minor victory, not a big deal. I didn't destroy anything, didn't kill anybody either. Let's continue the assault on the off chance the enemy does not kill my ships. But I'm not gonna attack the enemy fleet because that would be rather stupid, if you don't mind me saying so. Now, I really wonder what on earth are Sophons? Because I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the Lorians? Who on earth are Lorians? I haven't seen the Snail guys, the Godfather guys. How the boss? Lumeris? No, not Lumeris. Hold on a second. I have a complete brain dead moment. Hey, get back here. Harry Code. What is your name? How do the... No, not Sophons. You are a member of nothing. Empire information. Lumeris. Thank you. I knew it starts with an L. I'm so smart. Not at all. Alright, I got... Oh yeah, it's because I got the Pilgrims integrated into my empire. I never expected that day to come, but I guess it did. Oh well. My old self looking at the future videos, if my old self did look at the future videos, is probably very disappointed. I wanted to not watch that, there was no reason to. How did it go? Minor victory, but the enemy is still holding the ground, which is a bit annoying, and my ships are gonna get destroyed. We could watch this. There's gonna actually be a lot of fighting going on, which is going to be mildly entertaining, I suppose, watching my ships blow up in pieces. I wonder, in fact, if I could actually utilize the free camera to a degree where it would be cool to watch. Because I know for a fact that probably if I were to use auto camera, it's not gonna be very cool. It still needs a lot of work, as does free camera. If I were to say that there's something which is Unpredicted Studio's biggest weakness, it's their ability to implement free camera properly, because the controls for this are absolutely awful. They really are. Alright, looks like my ships are mostly concentrating on that fleet over there. Not really fight. Oh boy, that was a lot of damage. That actually looks kinda cool. I think I could get a better angle on it, but I'm not actually a video operator. There's a missile. That's good to know, and another missile. But I'm not actually, you know, a video operator. Where are you firing? Oh no, it's not my ship that is firing, it's the enemy ships that are missing. Okay, for a second I was really confused. Yeah, certainly could be a cavalry director. any responsible place, but hey, it happens. That's interesting. It looks like the missiles are actually passing through my ship, but I guess it's just a little bit of a problem with the model perhaps being a little bit too big and the hitbox too small, or some kind of other problem with simulation. I don't really know. I haven't looked into the code of the game to tell how the simulation is carried out. I actually did some damage. It's all gonna be fixed by the AI instantly, because I can guarantee that the AI will pay to fix it. Also, I can no longer breathe deep. Alright, well, that event still lasted way longer than I expected it to, so I'm not gonna complain, really. Anyway, how on earth do I have 7 ships over here? I apparently do, but how? I have a corvette, I have my thingy. I don't have 7 ships over here, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 8? Okay, I'm not gonna ask any questions. There's something weird going on. Most likely I just miscalculated while clicking at ships, or looking at which ships I have or which ships I don't have. Still, it doesn't matter! Let's stop thinking about it. Let's... Should I get another soldier over here? Yeah, there was too much Hisho on the system, and I could use some extra manpower. I'm only losing a bit, but I would like to have a bit more. How much to get even more health? I need a lot more manpower for that. But I could get it, I have the resources certainly, and then my infantry would be just full on blasting, which would be nice. Patrol ship, just stay here and do nothing whatsoever, because that's the best thing you can do, ha ha ha. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Also, let's have a quick look at our battleships, because we could make them more awesome with the new designs that we have unlocked on my empire, which, as you can see, is a pretty significant update. So, goodbye all the old lasers, we have so much Hyperion that we can just go for awesomeness. And it's gonna be... I mean, the sound is not the best, I have to admit, but it's still a good effect. Also, we can get some Uber shields, which we are obviously gonna get, so let's get Uber shields. Unfortunately, they don't have any different color hue, but they are better, so I guess that counts. And corvettes, I don't think I gave them anything that would actually... I mean, I could upgrade the lasers, but they are small ships. I don't believe they deserve the honor of having awesome lasers. So you just say you're gonna be retrofitted. Ah, just 42 Hyperion, what's that? Wow, that is actually a very big amount, but yeah, we're just gonna spread it. And this patrol ship wishes it wasn't here. We're not gonna watch it, it's gonna run away. And if it doesn't, then it clearly had a very bad day at job, and probably its entire life, and just wants things to end quickly. And with our firepower, it probably did end quickly, but no, he actually cares about his life. He ran away. Good for him. Good for you, buddy. I'm proud of you. Way to go about your life. That's the spirit, you know? Never give up, never surrender. It also applies in real life as well. I'd like to encourage this kind of behavior. It's very good for you. Trust me. Things can always get better even when they seem like they cannot. Anyway, that's enough motivation speech out of me. I need to drink some water for a change, because I did not actually make myself some tea. Also, just FYI, this video might be a little bit shorter than usual, because technically speaking, I should actually be working. And, you know, my YouTube channel, that's nowhere near big enough to consider this a job, right? It's a hobby. So I'm wasting time per se. I mean, don't get me wrong. In my opinion, we live in order to waste time, so I'm completely satisfied with that. And that's exactly what I want to do. But I shouldn't really be doing that. Here's a problem. So, as a result, this video is most likely, in fact, almost certainly going to be shorter than the other ones. I'll try to pick up the pace. Also, Leo. How are my soldiers still attacking when the ships are dead? Do they stay on the ground? That's weird. Can I preemptive bomb the enemy even though I have no ships in orbit? Let's do this. Let's see how much I can break the game. It's gonna be adorable. Apparently I can bomb pretty well even without ships. Alright, let's continue the assault with my soldiers that apparently don't need ships. Apparently my soldiers are so incredibly awesome that they actually can survive in space without any support, which is good. I don't have enough manpower to make them even more overpowered, but whatever. Alrighty then, I should think about getting a governor, and all I can choose from are seekers. Lumeris, I don't really care about Lumeris, they just care about dust mostly. I don't care about that. Cravers, I mean, that's industry and food. Scavengers, what does the scavengers have? I don't remember using them as governors. I usually use them as this guy, which I'm also not too satisfied with. Scavengers are not very good, in my opinion. I mean, common touch isn't that bad. Also, if I were to level up, I don't remember. Let me remind myself what else they have. That's just fleet staffs, not very good. Even more fleets, that's a Senate staff. On Senate, if assign a system. I doubt I would be able to get an economist as... Actually, right now we have the economist in the government, don't we? So if I were to employ a scavenger economist, got him as shit scrapyard economist, and got him to power, that would be a nice idea. But still, Renegade Master not really a big... Scavengers are not very good, and I seriously doubt that my ecologists will remain as the second most powerful political party. But it's a cool thing to have a stone in your government, so I'm gonna have it. It's gonna do a better job than most politicians, I imagine. So you, dear sir, you have just 2 skill points. That's kind of rubbish, dear sir. It really, really is. You're gonna give me a lot of influence, because that's what I use to abuse stuff. And I'm gonna assign you to... Let's find the second most productive system on our empire, shall we? That would be Ziterbia, apparently. And it's completely conquered by now, which is also fairly nice. Where are you, Ziterbia? Wow, I didn't even recognize the name. You are... How are you so productive? I don't understand, but congratulations. I expected it to be just some backward system with no use. But now, it turns out you're actually a pretty decent system. And for that reason, I might want to colonize Ice and or Arctic. So, I was working as botany. I would like to colonize Arctic instead, though. I can actually colonize both, because I still have plenty of things to research. So it's gonna be fine. In fact, how much would it cost to speed up this research? I have no idea. Does it cost 1,000 influence? It might cost 1,000 influence. By now we've reached a point where techs tend to be pretty expensive, so... I don't know. I'm not gonna buy it out. There's no reason, really. Patrol ship is ready. Why did I have a patrol ship? Oh, because I wanted to most likely just orbit the system. Okay, well, you orbit the system and defend it from the enemy, and you'll go back to Cancer, and you orbit it so that I can get Safe Skies bill working, which is gonna be just lovely. Now, anything else I should deal with? Not likely. I say as I have a bunch of idle systems, apparently. Yeah, I actually do. I'm just completely blind. Alright, well, I have nothing to do here. I could make a bigger fleet. So, let's make a bigger fleet, question mark? That costs a lot of Hyperion. I just realized I don't quite have enough Hyperion to just spam battleships. As much as I wished I did, I don't. So let's make 2 extras, and that I will call it a day for the time being. As for you, dear sir, you're gonna just make me a bunch of corvettes. And you, dear sir, why don't you make me some more corvettes as well? And some other system also is waiting for orders. Oh, it's Ziterbia itself, right. I could try to kill over Hisho again. I love to kill a Hisho. They are not very useful for the system, especially since I can make it even more useful. So yeah, let's kill a Hisho already. I mean, we're not really killing them. It's not that bad yet. We're just turning them into into soldiers, which is essentially meat, because I'm using them as meat shields, but still, it's not that bad. They get to do something while they're still alive before they die in a very painful death from the enemy gunfire, but before that they can pretend to imagine that they're useful. So there is that. Also, I cannot believe I haven't won 6 battles yet. It feels like I have, but apparently I haven't. Anyway, ground battle, yeah, my soldiers are amazing, however, and also there's a supernova over here. Holy balls, that's a lot of probes, I imagine. That must be a lot of probes. I guess the rival United Empire is constructing an artificial star, which good for them. I didn't expect their science to be at this level, but apparently it is. We keep killing some infantry, and my infantry still is staying on that planet and still bombarding it. I don't know how they do, but I wish I could give them a raise. They certainly deserve it. Anyway, for the time being, let us go ahead and support them ever so slightly by having a bigger battle, and we're definitely gonna watch it because it's definitely gonna be enjoyable. And my guess is that both of our fleets are gonna go for sniper strategy. Actually, why am I going for sniper strategy when I should have gone for the middle range strategy? It's just stupid for me to go for sniper strategy. Oh well, I did, so I'll have to deal with it because I just didn't... What just happened? Can you not blow up? Stop! Dudes! What? Oh, they are retreating, that's what's happening, that's why they're blowing up. Okay, I was just surprised because it looked a little bit weird, but we're not gonna see anything. The enemy decided to run away. That's a shame. I wanted to you know, battle test my fleet. Why are they running away, by the way? They have nothing to lose, or rather everything to lose, because if they... or whatever, I'm not gonna... Apparently they think that if they can construct an artificial star, they're cool enough to die, or something. I mean, if only cool people can die, then I'm really happy that actually I'm not that cool. That's an interesting look at things, isn't it? Anyway, what do I have to do? What else can I do? There's nothing to do, really. I can just... Oh no, pray there is Zeterbia. You're awesome. You have always something to do. I can give you intensive cultivation. I don't know why I would, but I can. Actually, this wouldn't be the least useful thing ever. It will support the ecologists, which I don't really care about, honestly. But additionally, once I get to colonize those planets, they're gonna be colonized a little bit faster. Also, Miragashi. I would like to colonize that arid planet so that it can actually be useful, which would be lovely. Cancer, can you colonize stuff? Yes, you're overflowing with stuff. How about you colonize a swamp? And while we're at it, an arid planet just cause I wanna do it and I feel like I can, because I actually can do that, which is kind of awesome. Let's end the 10. I no longer have water to drink because I drank it all. What a nightmare indeed. Let us design... Nah, there is no need to design a new ship just yet. I have a pretty big fleet. I was trying to... I'm thinking about designing a ship that does not use a billion Hyperion per hull. And instead tries to rely a bit heavier on titanium, but I guess there's no need to do that right now. React, lose Dazzle systems? I mean, I could, but I don't really care about science anymore, honestly. And that's... I mean, that's just a flat out... That's a massacre right there. Let's blitz them. There's no way the enemy can survive this. I don't wanna... we can bomb them as well. Let's bomb them before we murder them. I know that we're attacking people, but that doesn't matter. We killed off a person. I'm not feeling very sorry about that, but Leo is ours, which is lovely. Let's fight. And how are you back alive at full health? I don't understand. You retreated. You should have gone... I mean, maybe they have amazing engines. They retreated to Haze, and they came back in a single 10 and repaired. I think even we're talking about an endless AI though, that's just cheating and shouldn't really happen. But whatever, maybe now they'll fight, because now they have literally lost the game, they have nothing to lose. Please fight like men and or women. I don't know who you have on your ships, but it would be really cool if you did fight. Alright, the ships are not blowing up, it looks like they are actually fighting, which is gonna be pretty cool as I imagine, because it's gonna be a battle test for my battleships. As you could tell, because they have battle in their name. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, I have nothing to drink. Also, you know what annoys me ever slightly about this screen? I mean, I love the battles in Another Space too, because they feel like watching Star Trek, especially when auto camera actually does something right for once. But I would love to turn the film grain on. I don't know if what we see is the film grain effect, but I feel like it is. Anyway, the enemy has some rockets apparently. But that's not a problem for us, is it? It certainly isn't, and I assume this is the enemy dying quite rapidly. Yeah, it certainly is, I can tell by the colors of my lasers. No, yeah, this is actually pretty satisfying, I have to admit. I really have to admit. Probably if I weren't so terrified at the amount of work that I have to do, I would be more amused, but unfortunately, despite the recording, I keep thinking at the back of my head that, man, I feel like I should be working. Which is actually, yeah, that's a problem. It's a distraction from what otherwise is an amazing show. I mean, look, did you see that salvo from both sides of my ships just destroying everything in its path? That was pretty cool. I cannot say that it wasn't, because it was actually pretty cool, so there's that. Alright, I finally won 6 battles and I have cold lasers, which are, as you're gonna notice, kind of not very useful. Let's go to corvettes. And they look like they're titanium, but they're not titanium. They do 13 damage instead of 12. That's it. Which is still an improvement, mind you. They don't use any special resources, so yeah, there is no reason not to use them. They're just flat out better lasers. Except they're still weaker than Hyperion lasers, obviously. Otherwise they would be really bad. Also, why are you using cheap armor? That was pretty strange. You're not supposed to use it on the expensive slot though, but on the normal slot. Thank you very much. Alright, apply the design. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Ecologists, yeah, they're gonna lose a lot of voters. Militarists, yeah, they're pretty stuck. 69! Best number ever. So that's good. Alrighty then. I have a fleet. It will start Leo for a 10 because it can see some easy prey that I can prey on. Easy prey that I can prey on. Also words that I can say that are not really making much sense, but I'm saying them anyway. Exercise station on a cold planet. Finally, for a change, AI is actually doing something that makes sense, so I'm gonna keep it over there. But I just noticed I have enough resources for a settlement, so I'll make sure that I actually make one over at Ziterbia, since Ziterbia seems to be an awesome place to live. Alrighty then, you just sit. I was going to guard a system, and I am gonna guard a system, but I have a feeling this ship is not really up to the task. Let's just put it this way. I really do not think it is. I mean, if it is, then it certainly is gonna get a promotion. That I can guarantee. I'm gonna give it so many promotions that it's gonna just not believe the amount of promotions it's gonna get. It's probably gonna die from the amount of promotion it gets, which would be kinda sad actually for a war hero of this caliber. Also, are you really kidnapping my population with a corvette at your broadside? At your broadside? No, next to you is what I meant to say. Especially when you have no weapons. Wow, this ship is ballsy. But I'm gonna kill it, because I have to. Anything else in my empire that requires my attention? No. So I'd like for this 10 battle to end. There we go, the enemy is dead. And the 10 murdered the United Empire. So far so good. With the exception of the part 1 of this series, which is understandable I believe. I would say that we have a speed of kill 1 empire per video, which is a pretty decent speed. I would like to keep it up. If possible, I would like to finish off the game in the next video, but I have a feeling I will not be able to do so. However, judging by the speed at which I'm recording these videos, I have high hopes that I might actually be capable of finishing recording this series this week, because, like I said, I'm gonna be extremely busy at the start of this week, so I won't be able to do it then. But later on, I should be able to do it so. So, oh wow, 2 battleships, which is kind of a nice amount. Let's match those. And we have a corvette, which actually cannot be matched with anything because I have too many battleships. So you can hide in a corner, or you can fly to Orion for the safe scans bill. Also, that's a mothership. Let's see how well we do against a mothership, shall we? I mean, it's a mothership. I don't expect the best results, but it's gonna be hilarious nevertheless. So I'm just gonna do it. Also, there is a less important fight over here. So let's. My battleship is half dead? How? Wow, it actually took damage. I cannot believe it. Let's repair it, and now it's full health. I can also redesign my ships, which I will do, and then I'll attack the enemy, and I'll absolutely murder them. I'm not even gonna watch that, because over here, there's a much more interesting fight, which I believe will be a good... Wait, I haven't even recorded for half an hour? And I wanna end this video? Well, I have things to do, though. And watching an arc die, I don't think it will die. I mean, we have amazing firepower, but it has a lot of... Actually, it will die, I think. Unless it retreats, it will do. Or unless it has a ton of defenses, not in shields in particular. I think it's just gonna die. I mean, it could also have a lot of weapons. If it's a really well-developed arc... No, it's just arc 1. It's gonna die unless it runs away. This is gonna awesome. This is gonna awesome. Be awesome, rather, but still, it's gonna awesome still. Also, these ships are not really supposed to be at short range. I didn't actually look at that before, but I guess they are gonna be at short range. Also, auto camera has some difficulties watching an arc ship because it's kind of big. It's actually really big, so it tends not to do so. If we can retreat, we will never know most likely until the skip to action thing command processes. Looks like it's running away, otherwise we would have skipped to action already. Yep, it ran away like a coward. That's a shame. It would have been a brilliant end to a video. Can record for a little bit longer. Let's record for just a tiny bit amount longer. So Leo is ready for something. How are we doing it as a manpower? Oh wow, we don't have a lot. Alright, let's murder somebody. I keep thinking that exodegrations is murdering. It's not murder, really. But I like to think it is. I don't know why. It's because most likely I'm just an evil person, but I like to think that I'm murdering people. That's not what most people would say, but I'm saying that. So it's okay, right? Anyway, no need to fight this ship, it's gonna die by itself in a moment. So I'm over here. Esther has nothing to do, except it can finally colonize. I can colonize. See, when did I get desert colonization? Oh, right, it's over here. Right, I keep trying to get used to the old technology screen, which doesn't always work out, frankly. So, yeah, sorry. In that case, I could actually maybe even get use out of sustainable farms. So let's just go ahead and get them. That's interesting. Alright, dear fleet, no, my fleet, thank you, there we go. Can you move? Do you have any more movement points? You have 0.3 movement points. It's good enough, let's go to safe use, because the enemy might actually deploy their arc ship over there. which, I mean, I wouldn't mind, I'll just force it out of there, but still, let's make sure that we are there to kill the mothership, because why not kill something that we can kill, is my slogan, right? Okay, then let's have a quick look. We do need big data shipyards. We should have made it a long time ago. In fact, I already have a pretty powerful fleet. And I have a feeling AI is not gonna put up much of a fight, so maybe I just shouldn't bother with that, really. But what else can I get that is of any use to my empire? I mean, diplomacy with empires? Maybe. Other type of ship, I don't care. Mobile energy, that's gonna be useful. Especially because of the movement points. Tanks? Tanks are useful. Tanks are really useful for invading, so let's get tanks. And I can get one more thing. Maybe even more production? Plus 10 per planet doesn't sound too bad. And I could also pillage system, or I could get Slag and Sludge Center, but considering the amount of resource income I have, I don't feel like I need it. Then again, it is an awesome ability. And I actually don't have that much of a Hyperium, which I might need. And I only have one source of Adamantium in the future once I reach that technology era. So yeah, let's get Impactless Sights, just so that I can get Slag and Sludge Center. It's not nearly as awesome as Predictive Logistics, which is an incredible update and I love it a lot. But, you know, it's Slag and Sludge Center, so yeah, there's that. Let's end the 10, and now I actually am gonna end the video. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit too stressed out about, you know, the amount of things I should do. And hey, we have killed somebody. We haven't progressed that. Oh, hello there. I'm gonna vote for the militaries just in case they, you know, get voted out. Also, I have no idea how industrialists are a new party. They certainly aren't, but whatever. Let's vote for you militarists and see how it goes. Anyway, like I said, I'm a little bit too scared to keep recording. I mean, I could, now that I think about it. It's just in my head. I hate having things to do, because even if they're not important, or even if I can do them quickly, they're just in my head, and at the same time I don't want to do them. Oh well, minimal support for industrialists, that's not gonna get anybody anywhere. But we have broad support for militarists, which is something I suppose. We have lost the other cool law, but we have Spoils of War Act, which is important. Also, yeah, I shouldn't try to enact it as the game is ending its turn, so there's that. Also, look at the cool amount of people we have in our empire. It's pretty versatile, I would say. Versatile? Can population be versatile? I don't think it can be. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you. Let's end the 10. The one more 10 button. One more button 10. What am I even saying? I don't want to finish it, is what I'm getting at. The game is pretty addictive, you have to admit it. It really is. Do I want AI labor on the system? I might need it on some other system. Let's go for more exotic rations and get even more soldiers, because soldiers are fun. And I'll need to have these soldiers in order to actually make my empire use tanks. Your empire doesn't just use tanks by its own, you have to use manpower to actually designate tanks as something that you want to use. So there's that. I pressed and then we came, thank you very much. Okay, now I'm gonna end 10 unless I change my mind again. Ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.